Hello all and welcome to this video. Give you just a second to get your speakers adjusted. Shouldn't take you but a second. Make sure you can hear me okay. This video is a quick overview of one simple question. What if you could double your money in 90 days or less? Would you do it? And it's hosted by myself, Scott Agee. Now first, who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, I'm Scott Agee. Right, that's myself, that's my wife, and these are my 4 kids, ranging from, at the time, 4 years old all the way to 12. My background, I started young and climbed the ladder pretty fast. I got into the car business pretty young and ended up taking over the internet department of a well-known dealership in Birmingham, Alabama. Things went well. I helped them. I taught them about the internet. I basically grew something they'd never done before, and had people coming from all over to buy vehicles in Alabama. Had someone fly from Canada down to Alabama to buy a truck because of the marketing we had out there. So you got to imagine how many trucks the guy flew over to come to Alabama to buy one. So our marketing skills were pretty good. But as my family grew, I ended up leaving corporate America, leaving the car dealership there, and starting my own company. Found a great partner, and we started building what was called marketing systems for large companies. We started learning how to create traffic, learning how to create interested prospects for about any type of business, and grew a 7-figure business in the first 24 months of working together. Now after this, we kind of liquidated that company, and I moved some of my online success to offline and opened my own car dealership. It's going phenomenal. I still own it today. Pretty cool story. The very first hire I was even actually able to make was my own father, so it's a pretty cool story to be able to say that. And now him and myself are partners in that car dealership. So I've taken a lot of my online success and moved it offline, and now I kind of know how to do both, and I'm still growing today. I was able to create jobs for other people, and do that successfully. So now I'm kind of returning back to the online world to help develop even more success stories than we did last time. Because my biggest question is always, how can everyone benefit from my knowledge? How can everyone learn from the trials that I've been through and the accomplishments that I've made? So here are a few of my current results. This is stuff that's been earned lately. That's a $22,000 account. It had $12,000 deposited, and here's what came out. So pretty successful day on that one. But most people say, well, what are you working on, Scott? What is it that you're doing? And I'm actually working through Bitcoin, and working with a company that does the trading of Bitcoin, whether it's day trading or long-term investments, just overall trading of Bitcoin. Now, you may not even know what Bitcoin is, so let's kind of talk about that first, and then we'll go further into how we use it to profit. So what in the world is Bitcoin? And I just got to tell you before you read the screen, the first time someone asked me to pay with Bitcoin was many years ago. I want to say it was about 2010 or 11, and someone, a programmer, a computer programmer in Indonesia, asked me to pay him in Bitcoin, and I thought I was getting scammed, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I refused to do it back then. But it was because I was uneducated, not because Bitcoin wasn't a good way to go. So what in the world is Bitcoin? Well, it's a digital currency. Really, it's the currency of the future. It's paving the way for digital currencies to really make a move in our economy. It was created in 2009 by an anonymous source. It goes by the name Satoshi Nakamoto. Could be a group of people, could be one person. Basically, he created a way where digital currency is formed through what's called a blockchain over the internet. Now, we'll get into that later. But really what you need to know is Bitcoin was the first decentralized major cryptocurrency. That's a lot of big words, right? Well, the purpose of it is not to have a currency that's not part of, say, US dollars or Canadian dollars or the Chinese yen. It's simply just a way to have a currency without the aid of a middleman, right? So without having to go to your local bank and deal with the bankers, and without the U.S. government or the Canadian government or whatever it is stepping in and saying this is how much it's worth. This is a currency simply controlled by the demand. So a lot less haggle and there's no one's telling you what you can and can't do with your currency. Just a side note, buy Bitcoin and all that. Recently, Japan, as of April 1st, 2017, they even say now it's okay to shop and buy things using Bitcoin nationwide. Bitcoin originated in 2009, and it was worth less than 10 cents US dollar per Bitcoin. Now, today in 2017, is well over $1,000 per Bitcoin. So growing very fast, and everyone is starting to see the value of it. So why Bitcoin? Well, I told you about the Japanese government saying it's okay to use as an accepted currency, but let's look at other people that I respect in the business world, like Bill Gates. Bill Gates was quoted saying Bitcoin is better than currency. He understands the value of digital currency and where it's going, and has personally invested over $500 million into Bitcoin, or he said that on camera. So whether it's true, I don't know, but that's what he says, and that's one of the reasons why I really believe in Bitcoin too. Now you also have Richard Branson. Most people know Sir Richard Branson. He held a private meeting on his own island to talk about Bitcoin and invited some of the world's smartest minds, right? He wanted to know more about what they thought, and he himself, after that, invested heavily into Bitcoin. Now, you can already also purchase, like I said, in Japan, anywhere, but here in the U.S. even, or Canada, or wherever you're at, you can also purchase at locations like Starbucks, Subway, Best Buy. Amazon gift cards can be bought with Bitcoin, and many, many more. I was at Subway just the other day eating lunch, and there was a little scan barcode where you can scan in your Bitcoin and pay with Bitcoin for lunch. It's pretty cool to see. So the question, again, if I told you could buy a contract worth 0.1 Bitcoin all the way up to 4 Bitcoin, and over the course of 90 days, paid a percentage daily, you'll receive double that in return. Yes, double. How much Bitcoin would you buy? Let me explain that question a little further. Basically, we're offering you a chance to buy a certain amount of Bitcoin, and over the course of 90 days, you're going to make double that in Bitcoin. No one's holding your money. You're getting returns daily. And in the first half of the time, so 90 days total, in the first 45 days, you've already been paid back your investment, or the money that you paid to begin with to buy your Bitcoin. You've already got that back in return, and now you're making more Bitcoin on top of that. So how much would you buy? Now I'm going to show you some options and more information about those little contracts, but I want to show you some more proof so that you know things are real, and that just show you kind of what our team is doing and what some people around me are doing as well. Here's the one I showed you earlier. Here's another one, a $13,000 receipt payment, and not much spent. Here's a couple of others where about $14,000 was made, and the red is going out. Here's a friend of mine sent me his snapshot because he was so excited about his payouts. You can see he received a Bitcoin payout for 0.7. That's worth $1,000.89. He received a payment of 0.6. Here's what it was worth. So just to save you the time of having to go through all this, that's about 15 days, and I did the math. That's over $90,000 worth of Bitcoin that he received in payout over a 15-day period. $90,000 worth of Bitcoin. So that's one extreme person doing really, really well. There's some smaller ones. There's a guy that's done a little bit less than that. He's making Bitcoin every day. You can see the red is going out. The red numbers are being paid into his wallet, and the green numbers are what he's earning. So he earned this, and they paid it out to his wallet. Notice, same day. Right, 318, 318, 318. All right, same day here. 319, he was paid that, and they paid it out to his wallet. Every day, this company pays right back out to your wallet. They're not holding your funds. They're not telling you to wait until every third Friday or something crazy, or telling you to wait the whole 90-day period. You're paid out every day. Here's another one that came in a little smaller. Right, this is from late March, early April. Here's what they made and then paid out. So every day people are making money with this. They're earning their Bitcoin. They're starting a contract. right? And if they buy in for 1 Bitcoin, in 90 days they'll have made 2 Bitcoins in return through the contracts. So how is this possible, right? How is that possible? Well, we've partnered with a company of traders, and basically Bitcoin is traded through every currency. US dollars, the yen, Canadian dollars, and several other different markets as well. And everyone values Bitcoin a little bit differently right now. So it may be worth more in US dollar than it is to a yen. And in other words, our traders, they have it figured out to where they can buy at certain currencies lower and then sell at higher currencies and be able to make the returns. I'm not a trader. I've tried to learn the stock market and tried to learn how to do trading, and it's just not me. But I'm really good at finding people that are good at what they do, and our group here has really gotten it down. And every single day they're paying out money. 365 days a year, you're getting back 2.2% of what is owed to you, which over the course of 90 days is 200% of what you put in initially. So if you initially bought in for 1 Bitcoin, they're going to pay you back 2.2% of your 1 Bitcoin for 90 days, which over the course of 90 days is 200% return. Unheard of, right? Let's do some simple math. At this time of recording, Bitcoin is worth right about $1,150. All right, that's US dollars. So if you can return 4 Bitcoin every 90 days, that's saying you bought 4 Bitcoin and you got the contract where they double it in 90 days. That's roughly $4,600 earned in 90 days, taking away the original 4 Bitcoin that you bought. All right, so in 1 year, which would be 4 90-day contracts, you could earn an extra $18,400 for your family. That's at today's market price. All right, Bill Gates was also stated saying that he believes Bitcoin will max out at around $500,000 a Bitcoin. I don't know when that'll happen or if that'll happen. It was just his, his expectations. But it's increased every single day. In the past year, it's increased over $700 worth, and going up almost steadily every single week. So right now, that's $18,400 for your family. Okay, now you've already got your 4 Bitcoin. Doesn't matter, you can reinvest them because you've been paid back 8. So now you can reinvest the first 4 for your next contract. So no matter what Bitcoin goes up to, that's how much you're getting out, is your 4 Bitcoin every time. But just at today's market value, that's $18,400 earned in a year for your family. What could you do with that? What possibilities, could you go on another vacation? Could you surprise your spouse with something cool? Could you take your kids somewhere they've always wanted to go? Just, what could you accomplish with that? Now, as you've seen from my other slides, there are more options, and there's more that I can show you. So there's also ways to speed it up. Now, one way that they can make more money as traders is having more money to spend as a trader. Obviously, the more you can spend, the more you can make as a trader, right? If that doesn't make sense to you, if they can make 10 cents for every dollar they spend, they're going to make more money spending $5 million than they would spending $1,000 because they're getting 10 cents return on their dollar. So the more people they have that are willing to help them buy Bitcoins, the faster they can pay everybody back because they have more to use as their initial capital. So they give you what's called a binary bonus. So for telling other people, they'll pay you 5 to 15% of what that person gives them to trade with. So for this example, this is you. If you brought in person A and B, and you were in the 4 Bitcoin range, so you'd bought in for 4 Bitcoin, and so did A and B, you would actually be earning 15% of the Bitcoin, of the 4 Bitcoin. So that's over a Bitcoin in bonus that you've earned just by simply telling those 2 people. That's an extra $1,000 made. Now they do max you out. I'll show you at earning 8, which is 4 profit Bitcoin per day. But you can then do it again that same day and have a monthly limit of 240 Bitcoin. Let me explain that to you. Here's some options to where you can get in and learn more about it and be able to join us by buying your Bitcoin. So these are the different levels you can get started at, starting anywhere from Spartacus 1 all the way to you're going to see Spartacus 7. Now, I don't even talk about Spartacus 1 because they do not guarantee to double you in 90 days. I don't even talk about that one. It's not enough money, they can't guarantee the double. Okay? But anything from Spartacus 2 and up, they will double your money in 90 days, double your Bitcoin in 90 days, and they'll give you binary bonuses as well for recruiting other people. So let's just look at like this 0.5. It's half a Bitcoin. So today, that'd be about $600. All right, and in 90 days, they're going to return you with a full Bitcoin, right? Or if you're recruiting people, you get 9% of a binary bonus up to earning 1 Bitcoin per day or 30 Bitcoins per month. So that means the possibilities at this level alone are right at today's current market price, $1,000 and $1,150 per day or over $30,000 per month brought in daily from you starting with a $600 half a Bitcoin. That to me is strong, guys. And whether you recruit anybody or not, right, the binary bonus is totally optional. You're going to double what you put in 90 days. Now here's the other option, Spartacus 5 through 7. Obviously Spartacus 7 is where you want to be because that's where you can make the most in return. But you can start at 1 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin, or 4 Bitcoin. And here's kind of the options. At the max level, you get 15% of the binary bonus if you recruit other people. And you double in 90 days if you don't. You can double faster by recruiting people. That's 8 Bitcoin per day, daily limit, and 240 Bitcoins per month you can earn at this level. All by simply starting with 4 Bitcoin, which each one at market price today is a little over $1,000. So you can see 240 Bitcoin today is worth about $250,000 that can be made monthly from this account, all by starting with 4 Bitcoin. That to me is amazing. That speaks volumes. I've never seen a compensation plan like that. I've never seen a company that starts you off with contracts that double in 90 days. Right? I've never seen a company that just pays you every single day and is willing to double your money in such a short time. I don't think there's anywhere else in our country you can find that'll do that for sure. But a few notes just so you know, there's no limit to how many positions you can buy. You can position yourself 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. It doesn't matter. If you want to keep buying more positions so that you're earning more, you can. Buying multiple positions under yourself actually helps you earn even more because you're earning a percentage off of your own money. So it's like a refund right from the start that you're getting back off of your own investment. Now, you also are not required to talk to anyone or sell anything ever. That is totally optional. Again, I'm going to repeat. You're not required to talk to anyone or sell anything ever. If you choose not to participate in that part of things, you will still double your Bitcoin on a 90-day basis. And you're paid out daily, straight to your Bitcoin wallet, which we'll show you how to get. And it's connected directly to your US bank account or wherever else, or most of them even offer you a debit card directly off of it. So every single day you start seeing returns, and over the course of 90 days or less, you've doubled your Bitcoin. Now I've got some bonuses for you. Like I've told you, I've been doing network marketing for a very long time. I've built a ton of systems. I've marketed. I've been able to generate over 10,000 leads in a single day. And because of my knowledge, I love to share it. I've made a complete done-for-you system. It breaks this all down into simplified steps, step 1 through 6. That's it. Simply walks you through video by video of signing up for our company, of getting your wallet, and making this so easy on you so that you can do it. All right. We also have a team marketing co-op. This is another optional optional marketing strategy. And what it does is it takes my marketing skills that I've done over the past few years, and I'll let you harness that. I'll let you gain from it. I will try to find 8 to 15 people per day to show your video to. By your video, I mean this video, or whatever video that is working at the time, I will use that video and send out to people on your behalf every single day. That's something you can take part of as well. Now, we also have weekly live, well, that says live Q&A sessions, so you can stay engaged and in the know. All right. Now, how do you get started? Well, click below and get a completely free access to our helpful step-by-step marketing system. It's called EzCoinPrinter. When you click below, you'll go to it. You'll see myself signing you right up. Okay. It's a free system you can use. As long as you join the parent company using our system, it will not expire and it'll be completely free for you. It's step by step, and you simply go through each step one by one and complete them. Getting set up from this point right now to you owning Bitcoin and being part of our company can be done in the next half hour. All right, so again, you can buy a contract, if you could buy a contract worth 0.1 all the way to 4 Bitcoin, and have it doubled in 90 days or less, how many Bitcoins do you want to buy? That's my question to you now. Again, if you can buy 0.1 all the way to 4 Bitcoin, anywhere in there, and have it doubled in 90 days or less, how many Bitcoins do you want to buy right now? Go ahead and click below right now. The next page will get you signed up and get you started. And we can show you how to start buying your Bitcoin and how you can get rolling today. By the end of the day, by the end of the hour, you can have Bitcoins purchased, you can have your wallet started, you can be in our free marketing system. You might even be starting on today where we have a live Q&A where you can come on and ask me questions live anytime you want. Okay? So, go ahead and click below, get started, and we'll see you inside the system.